What's going on, guys? Today we're doing a guitar lesson for Meatplow by Stone Temple Pilots. A really cool tune, surprisingly in A, or not A, but it's in standard tuning. Starting with the low string, we're going to go ahead and tune up, and starting with that low string, it's going to be an E. Next string down is going to be A. Your third string down is going to be D. Alright, the string below that is G. Fifth string down is going to be B. B. Sixth string down is an E again. Alright, so I'm going to try the distorted tone today and see what I think, see what you guys think. It's pretty distorted. Try to clean it up as best I can so you can hear the chords. And I'm going to do a few overdubs, not a big deal. Probably even throw a bass in there as well. So here we go. We're going to jump into the playthrough and we'll do a little breakdown or a lesson after that. Okay guys, that's what I have for the guitar part, just the rhythm. Starting with the first chord, it's a real kind of bendy kind of riff. It starts with an open E string. It's going to be an E power chord, E5. So that means you're going to hit the top string, the E string, you're going to hit the second fret on the A string, and that's it. I'm going to turn this down a little bit so you can hear what I'm actually playing. So you're just going to hit those two strings to start the riff off. And then you're going to come and bend down on the third fret of the low E string. And and you're just going to hit that one string. That's it. 3rd fret, bend down. You're going to kind of bend down to about a full step, which means you're bending down to A, the 5th fret on the E string. You're on your way to bending there, but you don't quite get to A. So what you do is when you bend I guess it's close to a full step down, before you actually get to that A, you hit the A chord below, which is an A string, open A string, 2nd fret on the D string. So together, very slowly, that's going to be like this. The next chord, and this is all going to be played pretty fast, is going to be, it's like a C chord with an inversion on the top, meaning the 5th note of that chord, which is a G, is playing on top of the C chord. This is just a standard C power chord right here, which is the 3rd fret on the A string and the 5th fret on the D string. But what you're going to do, like I said, is you're going to add that G on top of the C. So you kind of get this cool, kind of dissonant sort of sound going. So you're just going to hit those top 3 strings for this chord, and together that's going to sound like this. Alright, so on to the next chord. It's going to be an F sharp. I play a bar chord here, but it's really just emphasize on the power chord, which is the 2nd fret on the low E string, 4th fret on the A, and 4th fret on the D string. If you want to play the full chord, go ahead. That's going to be the 3rd fret on the G string and 2nd frets on the B and E string. So back to the chord, just going to be that F sharp there. And to break that F sharp, you're going to hit, to break that up, you're going to hit an open E chord, or an open E string, and you're going to keep your fingers placed on the 4th frets of the A and D string to give it that dissonance. And every once in a while, I hear on the record he's doing a harmonic in between all that, and that's going to be the harmonic on the 2nd fret. Let me turn up my distortion here. You just lightly place your index finger over the 2nd fret, right on top of it, and you're going to get that harmonic. So together, that's going to sound like this. Now that chord is going to go into the chorus. So on that C inversion chord. And even if you want, you can add your pinky here on the 5th fret. When I play that C chord, you can actually play that and it'll sound alright. It's just going to be those top 4 strings. So you're going to play that, and then you're going to go into the chorus, which is basically taking this chord, moving it one step back, and only playing the A string and down. So when you play that A string and down, you're going to play the 2nd fret on the A string. You're going to play the 4th fret on the D, 4th fret on the G string, open B, and open E. Then you're going to move that shape up 1 fret to the 3rd fret. And still you're going to play all those open strings below it. So together that's going to sound like this. Your next chord is going to be a little tricky to get used to. If you're not used to playing it, it's going to be a little tough to play at first. This is going to be basically an F power chord, which is the 1st fret on the E string, 3rd fret on the A, 3rd fret on the D. And it's kind of like a bar chord, as where I'm using my index finger to bar the entire 1st fret. The only difference is, normally that would be an E minor. But you're going to add your pinky on the 4th fret here at the G string. And that's kind of like a augmented, I think it's an augmented 4th. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but it's just giving it that really kind of dissonance. So you're going to play that chord, and you're going to do a little bit of palm muting and a little bit of deaden the strings on the low E and the high 2 strings. So together that's going to sound like this. Now you're going into the next part of the chorus, which is going to be a D string, or it's going to be a D chord. However, you're going to have an inversion again, which is going to be on the 5th fret of the low E string. So I'm using my index finger here, as you can see, on the 5th fret of the low E string, 5th fret of the A string, and 7th fret of the D string. And it's actually better to use your pinky on that 7th fret, because what it does when you play this, it allows you to go to that A really fast. See, I got my ring finger, which is freed up right here, and I can just go to an A chord real fast, which is the next chord. You just have to be careful not to hit the 4th string, the 5th string, or the 6th string. You got to focus just on the top 3 strings. So what you're going to do for the next part, very similar to this D chord, you're going to go to the C with an inversion on top, slide back over to D, then go to A again. Now you're going to go to F, F to A sharp with an inversion, slide over to G, which is 3rd fret on the low E, 5th fret on the A, and 5th fret on the D. Stay in G for a little bit, then you're going to go back to the F, go to that A sharp inversion again, then slide over to C inversion, not a C inversion, this is just regular C, even though I have that inversion, I'm playing the fret, but I'm not actually hitting the string. So I'm just going to play a C chord here. So I'm going to hit that C chord, go to a G real fast, back to C, so C, G, C, and then it starts over again. So that in slower motion is going to sound like this. Not quite like that, sorry. And then I think it plays it for a few times, like maybe 4 times or 3 or 4 times, and then at the very end, it's going to hit that C inversion back to a G. Doesn't go C, G, C, it just goes C, G on the last one, and then it goes into that opener riff again, which starts the verse off. So that's the whole song right there. The only difference is at the very end of the song, instead of going into the verse with that opener riff, instead of going into the verse, you're going to go into an F sharp major chord with the B and E ringing out open. going to play those 2 chords at the end of the song, and that's it. This chord here, just to spell this chord out, I'm playing a F sharp, 2nd fret on the low E string, 4th fret on the A, 4th fret on the D, 3rd fret on the G string, open B and open D. Excuse me, open B and open E. And again, this is the chord I played earlier, which is that F augmented kind of chord. It's a little tricky to get to if you're not used to playing it, but again, just practice and it'll come to you pretty easy. That's all I have for this video, guys. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them in my comment box. Or if you want, you can hit me up on the Twitter. It doesn't matter. I don't really use it that much right now, but you can hit me up there. And if you'd like to see me attempt the solo, I could maybe put that together on in a second part or something like that. So thanks for watching, guys.